So could it travel 500 yards accurately? Absolutely. The scope helps the shooter shoot accurately. It's going to take a little bit of training and practice to get somebody to deliver a round like that accurately at that distance, but certainly within the realm of possibility. We don't know if this individual had any law enforcement or a military background, or if he's got any shooting or marksmanship in his background, but those are all things that the FBI will be looking into. Because we have a live shooter, unlike Butler, this is a case that's going to be, and an investigation that's going to be driving towards prosecuting this individual successfully and putting him in jail for a long time. So you can bet that we'll see search warrants executed later on this evening. We'll see a lot of FBI folks at his residence, maybe at his work. You'll see that vehicle impounded and searched, and they are going to be looking for all of the pieces of evidence that might indicate planning, motive, and whether or not any other individuals knew about what he was doing and may have helped him or helped him plan or anything like that.
In addition to the scope on that AK-47 rifle, which was intended, according to the FBI, for an assassination of the former president, the fact that they found this GoPro equipment in one of the backpacks as well suggests to me, and I wonder, Andrew, if it suggests to you that this suspect had some political motive, wanted publicity, wanted to get a lot of exposure for what was going on.
It certainly indicates to me that he was looking for
exposure. That's not an AK. Why are they saying that's an AK-47? I don't think that's an AK-47, dog.
And episodes of political violence, sometimes it can be very hard to identify a specific political motive. For instance, case in point is the Butler shooter. At this point, we still have not unearthed a very clear...
What do you want?
I mean, clearly, he was trying to kill Donald Trump, but a strong ideological reason for doing so, they haven't been able to identify that yet. So we'll see if we find that here. But no question, Wolf, you're absolutely right. The presence of the GoPro is an effort to preserve the images of this attack so that the shooter could use that for some purpose in the future, either to pump up his own image and glorification online, things of that nature. We know that mass shooters do that a lot. It's very important to them to communicate their success, their attack online. May have just been that, or it may have been some ideologically motivated, politically motivated act. Right now, it's super early in the investigation, but those are definitely the things we're going to be looking to hear from the FBI as they learn more.
And is the FBI, Andrew, and you're a former deputy director of the FBI, is the FBI now in charge of this investigation, not the Secret Service, not the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office? It's the FBI which is in charge. Is that right?
They absolutely are, Wolf. As you know, under Presidential Directive 12333, the FBI has primary responsibility for investigating any acts of terrorism here in the United States. This would certainly be considered an act of terrorism, possibly domestic terrorism, although, again, we'll wait and see as we get more details about this shooter. But absolutely, the FBI would be the lead agency. And that doesn't mean they'll do it by themselves. They clearly will work very closely with the Secret Service and also with the Palm Beach County and Martin County Sheriff's offices. But you will see the Bureau kind of taking the lead role on the execution of search warrants, the collection of evidence, the preservation of evidence. And then I would expect pretty soon you're going to hear about Southern District of Florida prosecutors weighing in as to whether or not this person will also be charged at the federal level.
Yeah, I suspect that will happen. And we did hear Dave Ehrenberg, the Palm Beach County attorney, suggesting that there would be probably state charges, local charges, as well as eventually federal charges as well. I suspect that's what's going on right now. Our Andrew McCabe, everyone else, stand by. Caitlin, we're getting a lot of information right now to digest, and I presumably believe in the next few minutes and hours, we're going to get a whole lot more.
Yeah, Wolf, that was a remarkable update that we got from officials, and that detail that a Secret Service agent who was advancing Donald Trump.
Yes, chatter. 23K, damn, your stream got cumstered. Yes. When I do a hard F and my stream cuts out, Twitch has no method of preserving the fucking viewer count and causing people to stay on, okay? When it hard Fs, when the stream ends and it restarts, it auto fucking clocks out every single person. Okay, that's precisely what happened. We went from 40,000 to 7,000 active fucking viewers. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. There's just not anything we can do. Streaming to a cloud wouldn't even change the reality because my internet hard cut. It
Is
doesn't.
now saying appears to be an attempted second assassination. JD Vance says, quote, I'm glad President Trump is safe. I spoke to him before the news was public, and he was amazingly in good spirits. Still much we don't know, but I'll be hugging my kids extra tight tonight and saying a prayer of gratitude. We'll continue with our live coverage of this, as the FBI puts it, an apparent attempted second assassination attempt of Donald Trump. We're learning more from our...
I just want to know what the fuck the background is of the shooter, bro. Come on.
A Secret Service advanced team agent sees that
background.
that potentially saved the life of a former president of the United States. Why did it get that far? Why did it get to that point? Why wasn't there more? Let's bring in former Secret Service Supervisory Special Agent Keith Wojcik. Keith, we have to laud and have tremendous gratitude to the professionalism of that Secret Service agent who's part of the advance team. They go a couple of holes ahead of the president to scope out the area. Can you imagine that you stop an assassination of a former president by seeing a muzzle poking through a fence? There has to be more than this done. Why wasn't there more protection? We heard the sheriff say he's not the sitting president. Isn't it time to provide him similar protection as the sitting president of the United States?
Thank you very much for the question. It's a great question. Thank you very much for having me on. That's my question too, right? What went on? But I have to say, well, I've done a lot of protection in my time and doing it with President Obama and former presidents on the counter assault team. We were actually at the golf course golfing a lot and understanding what we're looking at, the circumstances around it, always having to keep your heads on a swivel, understanding your surroundings. Looking at that photo, I am truly shocked and so appreciative of the agent that spotted that rifle, because if you look at it, it is very difficult. There's leaves, there's a fence, there's shrubs, there's all kinds of different things. The fact that they spotted that and then acted without hesitation, to me, is amazing. And so, like you said, though, but why does it have to get to there? And that's a question I think that they have to answer. Ron Rowe, being the U.S. director, U.S. Secret Service director now, is going to have to answer that, like what happened and why. And I'm sure he will. There may be more circumstances we're unaware of. But the fact that they did spot that in a very, very difficult surroundings, we go through training. What they use, me as with the counter assault team, went through trainings like this on a daily routine. But have it in real life, not be panicked and make an engagement like that is amazing. So I don't know what the answer is to that, but I think we're going to find out here for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if he was the sitting president, that street would have been closed. If he was the sitting president, they would have had covers in areas. Like, what type of precaution did you take when former President Obama was on the golf course?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's the same level of precaution,
same security
dumbass.
levels were enacted.
At a certain point, you just can't golf. Like, you're the president.
Especially with the golf course, it's a moving perimeter, just like a motorcade. You can only control what you control within your environment. And I don't know the mapping. I'm not sure of the street that they went on. But are there different surveillance units? Of course there are. But you're talking a large area. Should this have happened 63 days after a prior attempt? Absolutely not, right? I think there is something that needs to be looked at. Okay, where was the gap again? And I hate to even say that again. But I believe the Secret Service will investigate this. And as a prior guest had said, address it and probably close down the streets now. But again, are you able to close down the streets? How much is that impeding other things? Because you have to think of other things too, right? Routing traffic, infrastructure. There's more than just, unfortunately, there's more than.
That's from Piers Morgan. I don't know how fucking valid this is, but he does kind of look like a libtard a little bit from the vibes alone. But it's Piers Morgan, so who knows?
Now, thankfully, a witness saw the gun.
Thank God it's a
saw the
fucking
gunman,
white guy,
took
though.
a photograph
Holy
of the
shit.
car, the vehicle, the black Nissan SUV, and the license plate, so they're able to pull him over and get him. What does it tell you when a gunman is able to secrete himself inside bushes, hang those knapsacks on a fence, and have a GoPro, which you potentially could put on social media to record what he perhaps allegedly thought was the assassination of a former president?
I'll tell you, first of all, you said the best thing ever. Golfing at Andrews, it was always a great thing. Not that security lacks, but you also have the U.S. military there, which made things a lot less stress-free. But there was still stress. Transferring that to an open golf course, a public-private, in an open area that's not secure under a military establishment, it's difficult, right? What I'd like to see come out of this is what's on that GoPro. Because I believe what you had said earlier is right, that social media may be a play in this. It may be very big. Are they going to display it? How was this terrorist related? Was this just a sole incident? This is
Chat. He's a white dude. Of course he's trans. Like, immediately. If it's a white man, just like every other white man that has done a fucking shooting every single day for like the last 10 years, they will immediately say, oh, it's a white man, so it's got to be a trans person. Okay? If it's a cishet white man, they hit the fucking trans line every time. It don't matter. It don't matter. Immediately, they're like, oh, that's a trans woman, actually. Okay? That's just literally the only method they have at this point. Okay? And it's not, like, it doesn't matter. It's not correct, but they just say it anyway, and that's probably what will happen now.
I'm not of the sweep itself when it comes to they've changed their policies. But I'll tell you, they do sweeps. They do understand the circumstances. Now, again, 63 days apart, this needs to be acted. This needs to be quickly. This needs to be identified quickly, adapted quickly, and mitigated quickly to make sure that this does not happen again. We all know that.
Yeah,
so we need to address that.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Here's the Palm Beach sheriff a few moments ago at the news conference. Let's listen.
The golf course is surrounded by shrubbery, so when somebody gets into the shrubbery, they're pretty much out of sight. All right? And at this level that he is at right now, he's not the sitting president. If he was, we would have had this entire golf course around it. But because he's not, the security is limited to the areas that the Secret Service deems possible. So I would imagine that the next time he comes to the golf course, there'll probably be a little bit more people around the perimeter.
What strikes me about that comment is he's not the sitting president, and he's not. Former presidents do not receive, of course, the same level of security as sitting presidents do. But I'm going to end with the way I began this interview. Don't you think it's time that he get near the level, perhaps, of a sitting president? It does take more resources.
No, too many drain on our resources. No, they should not do that.
With local law enforcement.
No.
But at least close the streets, for God's sake.
No, I don't think so.
You can hide in some bushes, and by the stroke and luck of God, a Secret Service agent saw a muzzle in bushes and was able to prevent a tragedy.
Yeah, you're right. And it may have been an act of God, like you said. And like I said, the accolades to the Secret Service agent, which I'm assuming probably a counter-assault team guy up the head at the time, was trained very well to do that. But I think you're right. I think that they need to do an assessment of all, current or incumbent presidents, nominees.
How will you pay for it? How will you pay for it? How will you pay for it? We have to shut down the entire fucking country every time Trump wants to golf? Suck my dick. Nah. Tell him to stay the fuck at home, bro. Stay at home. Stay at home, big dog. Can't do it. Plus, I don't think he'll want to do it anyway. Like, actually, he won't even want to do it, in my opinion. Because, like, he's got to be a little scared.
Addressing, what went wrong and how do we address it in the future?
We will hear a lot more about this. Keith Hozak, a former supervisory agent with the U.S. Secret Service. Keith, thank you. And thank you for your service to our nation, protecting.
Thank you. You have a wonderful day.
The people we elect. Molly?
Now time to bring in former FBI investigator.
Bro, I wholeheartedly disagree with you. It's the president. No, it's not. It's the former president, not the current president. Stay at home. If you can win, that's a little different. Okay? There's already there's a finite amount of resources. I'm sorry. I'm a fucking small government conservative, okay? I'm a small government conservative. I believe in fiscal responsibility. I'm a budget hawk, okay? I'm a budget hawk. I believe in fiscal responsibility. I'm a small government conservative. And as a small government conservative, I believe it costs far too much for Donald Trump to be golfing. Okay? Wouldn't you want those standards for Kamala? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. No, I would not. Kamala Harris is not the president. She's the vice president. She already has a higher level of protection than Donald Trump because she's the vice president. Guess what, bitch? You gotta win. If you want that protection, you gotta win. Sorry. If you want that level of protection, you gotta win, bitch. You can't lose and then demand the same level of protection. You can't do that. Why should the American taxpayer and also random Tom, Dicks, and Harrys that fucking want to go home to their wives have to sit around and not be able to go home to their wives because Donald Trump wanted to golf that day? Get the fuck out of here. Suck my dick. No, I'm not memeing. I am a small government conservative. Okay, you just have never seen a real goddamn patriot before. Hasan, you've turned into such a biased whiner. Wait, what? I don't think I'm the one who's whining here, nor the one who's biased. I already told you, I don't give a shit about Kamala Harris's needs in terms of security either, but I don't have to because she's the vice president, so she does have a higher level of security than a person running for president. Sorry. I'm not biased, he says, Law. Well, first of all, I am so biased, but I'm willing to bet you have no idea what my biases are because you probably think I fucking love Kamala Harris or some shit because you're a goddamn idiot. And you are entirely too focused on black and white thinking when it comes to American politics. Okay, what are we doing? We got to give everybody a Secret Service detail? Yeah, when he wins, he'll get it, okay? He already has the Secret Service detail as a former president. It's a higher level of Secret Service detail than anyone that's currently running for president would ever get just for running for president. So he already has that. Former presidents have lifetime Secret Service for themselves and also their family members. That's enough as it is. Losers don't get extra security.
Tsarnaev, they invoked essentially what was a public safety exception. If this individual that they have now, the suspect in custody, is that something that could be going on? We don't know if this was a lone actor or not yet. We have little information about this person.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, in cases where there may be an immediate threat to the public or other individuals, is that, that exception can be made. And they, as they would, for instance, in a terrorist incident, to see whether or not there are other compatriots out there, whether there's other plans, and be able to kind of thwart those plans and make sure that other people are safe. So it's very possible that they may decide to take that approach on it. I think, this whole issue of kind of digital footprint, we need to also kind of look and say, my view, when I'm hearing this,
I think the funniest problem here is that, because of the likelihood of repeat customers, because of the way that, these sorts of attacks work, Trump is looking real school-like right now, if you know what I'm saying. That is unironically the funniest outcome of all of this is that, people who want to, make a name for themselves are probably going to try and do this again now. Which is, you're saying, bruh, Lamau, but, this is the only way to bring about, gun control, I think. I think they literally now are probably going to try to do this over and over again. They're most likely going to get, killed in the attempts. But, because it's becoming, an actual problem, a problem that if you're an average American, if you go to public school, you have to deal with that fear on a daily basis. Presidents don't, okay? You have to deal with that on a daily basis. Presidents don't have to deal with that on a daily basis. But the moment that they just have to deal with that on a daily basis, all of a sudden, the moment that they look like a fucking school, a soft target that people that want to make a name for themselves can just fucking attack, you'll get some gun control real fucking quick, dog. I'm telling you, that's what's crazy about it. That's what's crazy about it is that whenever they say violence has no place in our politics, it's bitch, our entire politics is violent, number one. Number two, violence is happening on a rapid clip on a daily basis to Americans all the time, okay? Literally all the time. There's mass shootings happening daily. There's school shootings happening weekly. What do you mean violence is not, there's no place for violence in America? It's no, violence is all we know. We're like feral animals, dude. What you mean to say is it shouldn't be happening to us. People in positions of power. That's it. That's it. That's what they mean when they say oh, there's no place for this here. They mean there's no place for that for us. The failing New York Times is a true threat to democracy. I mean, he's right. He ain't wrong about that.
Directions in this vehicle containment technique where they've blocked him in on three sides, so he can be nothing but calm. And he was compliant with the commands they gave him. And then he was taken into custody. So a lot went right today, and a lot came together.
Well, and Andrew McCabe, when you look at this, and Wolf, I was just thinking about this, when you look at what we're hearing from officials, and you see those two pictures there of the backpacks that were left at the scene that they found inside these bushes, on the right side of your screen, on the left, that's a GoPro camera, officials said, that was mounted on the fence, and then two bags as well. Andrew McCabe, when you're an investigator and you're looking into that, I mean, it clearly speaks to some kind of premeditation here of what they're looking into when they're talking to this suspect who was in the.
Dude, I'm telling you, GunTuber is so funny. Like this being potentially a GunTuber makes this peak.
That is done because this person, whoever he is, here clearly had the capacity to engage in that sort of structured and organized thought, which is a big piece of this, because that will undermine, and that can undermine a lot of different defenses at trial. So you have someone who had the wherewithal, the financial ability.
Oh my God. Someone in the chat says something brilliant and really funny. Do you think these are time travelers that are trying to stop him from becoming president? I do now. I didn't before. I do now. Oh my God.
Bullet. So this is someone who went through a lot of effort to really plan this out. I think we also have to remember that they somehow knew where to go. They had some indication maybe that Trump was playing golf on this day. We don't know that for a fact yet, but that's something that investigators are going to be looking for. Obviously picked this location as one of tactical advantage, likely because of the cover provided by the foliage and the bushes that he was hiding himself with. Probably had some advanced knowledge of how the golf course is laid out and where the former president would be proceeding from one hole to another. So this is all a very high degree of planning, which is great evidence for the prosecution. And finally, just recovering these backpacks with the stuff in them and the vehicle that he was driving in when he was arrested. You have a gold mine of evidence here, forensic evidence that will tie, likely, this person they arrested to that backpack in that place with the weapon at the same time. So all those little pieces come together. They all seem to be likely lining up in a very damning way for this person. And that's what the investigators and the prosecutors will be looking at next.
And Andrew, a very quick question before we let you go. They said at the briefing that the suspect with his rifle, the AK-47 with a scope, was between 300 and 500 yards away from Trump. But then they said that is not a far distance given the capability of this AK-47 with a scope. You agree with that that's not a far distance?
It's not a far distance. The rifle is definitely capable of it. The scope makes it easier to do. It's still going to require some degree of training and practice on the part of the shooter, but that's not hard to do in this country, right? A lot of people engage in that sort of stuff, shooting sports and things like that. So, yeah, this is definitely a possible shot for a decently trained marksman. So, and it's also been done before. Let's not forget that in 2011, you had Oscar Ramiro Ortega Hernandez, who fired 7 shots at the White House from Constitution.
Dude, when are the fucking conspiracies rolling in? That's what I want to know. Like, who's got the best Lebanon takes? You know what I mean? Who's got the best blue MAGA takes? I feel like they kind of went away with Joe Biden going away. But like, I want to hear motherfuckers be like, this is fake. He staged it himself. He didn't get the, okay, here. Okay. Blue and on. Are you ready? I'm putting on my blue and on cap. Hold on. Let me put my blue and on cap. 1 second. Okay. I'm pulling on my blue and on cap. Okay. It's an AK-47 style rifle, which means they got it directly from Moscow. The shooter was never actually going to shoot Donald Trump. He didn't even get killed, as a matter of fact. Russian agent Vladimir Putin wanted to make Trump look good by surviving yet another assassination attempt. We will not believe that. Okay? It's 5 o'clock in Moscow, sweetie. It's 5 o'clock in Moscow, sweetie. Vladimir Putin, Vladdy Poo, you will not be fooling this powerful man, this feminist man who cares about abortion rights. I will be voting for Kamala Harris and wearing my Hamilton merch as I go go to the polls. Vladipoo. This is why you get rated so low on the factual information chart. If you think that that is not Lebanon take, that's not a fire Lebanon take, I don't know what to fucking tell you. That's facts. It's such a fucking flaming hot Lebanon take that it hasn't even come out yet, okay? I just wrote it into existence, bitch. This liberal will be walk Tua to the polls. No, Hawk Tua is too, like, right-wing coded. Blue and On still going strong. Secret Service Special Agent in charge of Miami Field Office, Rafael Barrow, says it's not yet clear if suspect fired any shots. Nope, I'm sorry. I'm 100% certain no one shot at Trump today, and anyone who wants me to think otherwise will have to come with a lot of hard evidence. Wait, this is correct, though. She was right. Blue Anon was right. HOTTOGO. You can see me hard to go to the poll. Yeah! Yeah! Lib Anon, baby!
Still has not been able to come out with a motive in that case, and there's a possibility there may not be a motive in this case. There were some shootings, and this was not a shooting today, and the former president thankfully was not hurt, but there are cases where there are no motives. That may not be the situation here. It's just too early to tell, given the fact this is only 4 hours old. They're still talking to him, figuring things out, going
Charlie
through
Kirk,
his social media, seeing if he had stuff written down. But the advantage that law enforcement has here that they did not have in the case in Pennsylvania.
Charlie Kirk is like, Charlie Kirk apparently found the guy's Twitter, but won't say it. Brother, you still left Wukong in the title? Diabolical. Bro, it's fun day still. I will still be playing fucking Wukong later, okay? I will still be playing Wukong later, I promise. I'm a proud Swiftie, and I'm in my voting eras. Yes! Yes, sweetie! Yes, sweetie. He doesn't look like he's 58, and that's why I'm saying it's like libtard theory, okay? Because like a Republican who's 58 would look way worse. You know what I mean? He's too skinny to be a fucking Republican. I'm gonna be honest with you. He could be a crank though. He could still be a crank. Oh my God. Okay, I got another one. Okay. What if he's a RFK Jr. supporter who's really mad? RFK Jr. supporter who's really mad that RFK actually said, yeah, ain't no fucking Republicans got cum gutters, dude. What are we talking about? He's a RFK Jr. supporter who's really mad that RFK Jr. actually endorsed Donald Trump. Nah, Florida Republicans come in all different shapes and sizes. Bro, those are meth gutters. Come on. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't strike me as a tweaker. He just looks, I don't know why, I got lib vibes off of him. As soon as I saw the photo, I was like, he's got some libtard ass vibes, but we don't know.
Brings that to the forefront. As far as his vehicle, he was in a black SUV. What's not clear is perhaps was the SUV thought to be law enforcement. Law enforcement travels.
Okay, I got another one. I got another theory. I mean, I already gave this theory away, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to repeat it for all the new people that are coming in just now. Laura Loomer's ex-boyfriend from Lovers to Enemies, okay? Fucking real mad that Donald Trump is hitting that now. He's like, I can't. When I saw him on television say she's a fiery woman, I was reminded I was reminded of the love we once had. I had to take matters into my own goddamn hands. He also does have a Nissan. Nissan is kind of a lib car. New Laura Loomer selfie. Stop. That's one sexy woman. Name dropped. Oh shit, get to working. Get to working, chatters. Shooter name dropped. He's kind of thinspo. That's crazy. He started dating her when he was in high school. Wait, what the fuck? Is this actually his account? Holy fuck. This guy is insane. What the fuck? Nah, this might be a federal agent, dog. I don't know. I don't want to show you. Okay. This is an insane. Oh my God. He was a shooter boy. She said, show me to me, Rachel, please. Bro, this guy. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I'm looking at his shit right now, dude. His shit is. Well, okay. First and foremost, we can rule out Hasan Abihead because age demographic wise, you know, this is an old ass community nowadays. And that's always a fear that I have in my heart. But judging by his post, we know this motherfucker could have shot me, as a matter of fact, instead of Trump, if push came to shove. He's, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but he really loves. Dude, this looks like a federal account. That's all I'm gonna say. Dude, no one writes this much about. No one writes this much about Ukraine. He only posts if this is the actual fucking account and it's not like a last second switch up. He's gaining followers by the second as soon as no, I don't believe it. This is unsubstantiated. I'm not gonna fucking show any of this shit. Okay? But the name has been revealed. Suspect's name is Ryan Wesley Routh. Okay, is it anti-Israel NATO Andy? I don't know if he's anti-Israel, but he is a NATO fucking Andy dog. Okay, I don't know if he's anti-Israel. I don't see that at all. But he loves. If this is his actual account, because like here's what could have happened. Okay, here's what could have happened. As soon as the name got leaked, somebody immediately fucking went back on an account that has been around since January 2020 and changed the name to Ryan Routh and changed the fucking, like the photo or whatever, right? But I'm not going to lie. The tweets are insane, okay? The tweets are insane as fuck. The handle changed, though. Wait, what do you mean? His handle changed? Immediately followed by M. HUD. Easy way to check Wayback Machine. Oh, you're right. He wouldn't have changed the handle. There's a picture post from 2020. He likes Tulsi Gabbard. He has added Tulsi Gabbard, okay? We need some help out here in Kawa. I think he might have been like a Hawaiian pro-NATO Tulsi Gabbard fan. He loves, oh my God, he fucking loves NATO and loves Ukraine. Like this man has only posted about Ukraine, like, is crazy. I think this dude lost his dang mind on the Ukraine shit. What the fuck is this number? He's got like a phone number on here. Joe Biden, you should visit the victims in the hospital, the Trump rally victims, and attend the funeral of the firemen that died. Trump certainly never would. Show the world what real leaders would do. And you said Biden was dumb for talking about NATO? Okay, guys, I have an apology. I have an apology to make. Okay? I'm sorry. There is a NATO voter. It's this guy. It turns out I was wrong when I said, who the fuck is a NATO voter? It's this guy. Bro, he follows. Who the fuck follows Secretary of Defense Lloyd J. Austin III on Twitter? He follows Vivek Ramaswamy. He follows Radio Taiwan International. He follows a bunch of NAFO Andes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Live UA map, Euromaidan Press, Blue Sauron, provide coverage of the military side of the conflict. Bro got brainwashed by the feds. Dude, this is the most oh my God. I think this is like, we found it. We found the Blue Anon guy, I think. He had some of the most unhinged takes about like getting Afghan fighters to go fight in Ukraine. Okay? He kept tweeting at Vivek and Nikki to not drop out. He follows Blinken. If this guy's real, his motive is that he believes Trump is anti-NATO and pro-Russia. Yeah. Bro, he was also like a Taiwan guy. He was so invested in the NATO shit. He was like, Bruno Mars Access, we're trying to serve the haiku stairs. Bruno helped with the nanatorium, and we need his help now to save this World War II landmark for our kids. Aid in Ukraine at gmail.com. Keith Amamiya, we must remove Rick from office. I'm thinking we could get Kirk Caldwell to join. Hunter Biden's son, they cannot convict Hunter Biden as the question on the application with no time frame. User or addict in the last 10 minutes, decade life, when? So any pot user at any moment cannot buy a gun. Oh my God. Bro, this bro is like invested in the State Department. He is so insanely pro-American State Department that like that's the reason why when I saw this shit, I was like, is this a federal agent? Like, what the fuck is going on? Who the fuck? Elon Musk, I would like to buy a rocket from you. I wish to load it with a warhead for Putin's Black Sea Mansion bunker to end him. Can you give me a price, please? It can be old and used as not returning. Okay, he's schizo. Okay, a couple things that I've seen here. Okay, first of all, okay, this man is schizophrenic, okay? Because ain't nobody is fucking putting their phone number. Ain't nobody's putting their fucking phone number. Okay, wow, the same speech a week is best. I want a serious State of the Union type speech every time. I do not want trivial bullshit. I want a heartfelt on students killed, Gaza murders, Ukraine horrors, Taiwan, China murders, freedom, democracy. Oh my God, he is. He is the guy. He's the pro-Palestinian, pro-Ukrainian guy who is just like locked in, dude. What did he say to Seth Rogen? You and James Franco must use their status to meet with Kim Jong-un and show him we are friends and we want the best for him and his people. Dennis Rodman did it. James Franco, we cannot let North Korea spiral towards war. As civilians, we should go there and make friends with Kim Jong-un and show him we are normal humans. Oh my God, this guy's amazing. This guy's amazing. He's both a fucking NATO fan and also simultaneously like wants to open up the DPRK to the world. Wow. God, I love American politics. I love people that have just like these insane opinions, dude. How can all of these opinions be trapped in the same mind? How? How can these opinions all be in the same fucking mind? Literally, Hasan Abihead, you are insane if you think this is Hasan Abihead shit. Ain't no fucking Hasan Abihead is being like, Elon Musk, please give me a rocket so I can nuke Vladimir Putin. This is obviously a Russian PSYOP agent to make the pro-Ukraine NATO guy look insane. How could this be a fucking Russian PSYOP? Like, I was thinking about that for sure, because like he has posted the most insane shit, right? Look, France Elba, I wish someone in Haiti would reach out to me so I can supply thousands of NATO-trained Afghan soldiers very cheaply. I can send 1,000 soldiers today to defend. There are 1,000 NATO-trained Afghan soldiers that are begging to join your police force for very cheap wages, $200 a month. There are 1,000 with passports ready to fly. R.C. Wu from the Institute for National Policy told me to work with you to defend Taiwan. I have thousands of Afghan soldiers. This is crazy. Tweets are being deleted. Oh, Elon is probably going after the account already. Oh my God. His last post was about the previous shooting, copycat. Yeah, I saw that. If this is the Ryan Routh in the news today, he seems like he's trying to arrange mercenaries for Ukraine. His posts are bizarre. I don't have LinkedIn. I can't go on his LinkedIn. If you want to fucking scour his LinkedIn and screenshot it, then that's fine. Oh my lord, oh my lord, oh holy moly, this guy is fucking insane, dude. Woo! This is the guy. I was wrong. This is the guy. This is the guy. If there are no more NATO voters, Ryan Wesley Routh is dead or in jail for trying to kill the president. He is the NATO voter. He is the AUKUS Andy. He is the AUKUS Andy. Real Donald Trump. While you were my choice in 2016, I and the world hoped that President Trump will be different and better than the candidate, but we all greatly were disappointed, and it seems you are getting worse and devolving. Are you R-worded? I will be glad when you are gone. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is he a Bernard brother? Man with gun barricades himself inside business in 2002. Ryan Routh, 36, in 2002, was arrested without incident at United Roofing, Greensboro police said. Routh was wait, is this him? Routh was charged with carrying a concealed weapon in possession of a weapon of mass destruction, referring to a fully automatic machine gun. I was not supporting Bernie, but now I am. As Sleepy Joe stands for nothing, no plans, no ideas, just as limp as Hillary. Bernie, give them hell, fight to the death. No, the age checks out, dude. Age checks out. Ryan Routh, 36 in 2002. Now he's like 50, what? Yeah, that's 58. Isn't that the same age? His picture, the picture says roofing in the back of the truck. He's a roofer. His FB is down, but it said he was from North Carolina originally. Okay, I don't want to toot my own horn. It took one photo and 3 seconds for me to say this guy's a libtard, okay? I'm just saying, I know my fucking hogs, okay? I saw this motherfucker, I was like, that's a libtard, bro. He's got libtard-ass vibes. I fucking clocked it! I clocked it! No, ain't no fucking Republican has that body fat percentage at the age of 58, okay? I got the instincts. I do. Okay? Holy moly. You know he's a libtard because he surrendered to the police? No, I mean, that's like, you could respect the police. Wait, what? He has a sock account on deck? No, someone could have changed the name on this. You're wrong. No, someone could have changed no. This could have been a name change. Don't know if this is like actually his sock account. But a guy that posts like that would probably have a sock account because he's definitely insane. 0% chance, you are correct. He invited Kim Jong-un to his house in Hawaii. Kim Jong-un, I would like to invite you to Hawaii for vacation. We would love to have you here and entertain you. With the current virus, it is vacant and private. It would be an honor to have you at our beaches. I am a leader here and can arrange the whole trip. Please come. At POTUS, your campaign should be called something like Kaddafi. Keep America democratic and free. Trump's should be Massa. Make Americans slaves again, master. Democracy is on the ballot and we cannot lose. We cannot afford to fail. The world is counting on us to show the way. Bro, he's so insane. Suspect in the Trump assassination was interviewed by Newsweek in Romania in 2022. According to the report, he helped recruit foreign fighters to volunteer for Ukraine.
Please tell me who you are and why are you here?
I'm 56 from the U.S. From North Carolina originally, so live in Hawaii now, so flew all the way from Hawaii.
Wait, it actually is Defend Taiwan? Like that's his actual sock account? He had a sock ready to go? I bet my ass he's a DDGer. I think he's too old to be a Destiny fan. This is like a guy who used to be a Hasan head and then like lost his fucking mind and thought I was like pro Russia. Yeah, tell Putin to attack, draw him in so we can flatten Moscow. Putin must be killed and Moscow must be burned to the ground. Evil must be eliminated totally forever. One thing that we do know is that he is completely fucking insane. No, I know he went to Ukraine. He did. This guy did not watch you. No, I don't think so either. He was a Vivek head. Vivek Ramaswamy, you cannot quit. Why? You must stay on the ballot to end. You must fight. You must continue giving speeches and push all the way to the election day, no matter. He was a fucking. No, he's not a Vivek stan. You guys are so dumb. He is hyper libbed up, dude. He is hyper libbed up. He's hyper libbed up. He 100% is like, he was saying that because he thought like he could eat away at like Trump's base of support or something. He's not mentally well. Oh, his website is down. He's not mentally well. You can see his business website. He just starts rambling. Yeah, I could tell he's not mentally well from the fact that he fucking sent messages, or not messages. He tweeted at like Zelensky directly to be like, give me a call. Of course he's bananas, dude. What are you talking about? Brian Schatz, I need your help. I am flying to Ukraine on Sunday to fight, but it is obvious they need our Patriot missile defense systems. Certainly we have some of those here that we can loan to Ukraine, and I can learn as a civilian how to operate. Help me change this war. Okay, I was wrong when I said it's funny. It would be really funny if it was like a random gun tube guy who was just in the vicinity. Objectively, this is funnier. And this is such an insane person, like an insane person, both in like the way he's like obviously not mentally well, but insane in terms of like how invested he is in like NATO, defending Taiwan, defending Ukraine, that like, I was wrong. This is objectively funnier than like another fucking Trump. Well, I mean, technically he did vote for Trump in 2016, but another, former Trump supporter. I think he's genuinely just a single issue NATO voter, not even full lib, just NATO. Vivek is not pro NATO, was he? You must expand your message with hundreds of bullet points. I've heard TJ swivel twice. Join forces with Nikki Haley now as VP to make a winning team, please. Need two-parter to win this. How to fix Ukraine, China, North Korea, and Iran. Can you make friends? International Women's Day. We all need to join together to support Tulsi for president. Oh my God, he's a Tulsi crank. He's a Tulsi crank. No. This, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are wondering, like, remember when I told you that like the American median voter is oftentimes a person who has opinions that are inherently contradictory, and it's very difficult to comprehend exactly what their worldview is. This is a person that goes above and beyond liberalism. Like, I think he was very libbed up. He was a Trump. So as far as we understand, he was a Trump voter in 2016, probably because Donald Trump ran against Hillary Clinton as an anti-war candidate. Remember that. He ran as an anti-war candidate, as a peaceful dove. So this guy probably voted for him for that reason. Okay. Why are you so pro-Putin and isolationist? Are you saying it's insane to not be these things? You cannot look at a guy who is adding Zelensky and being like, give me a fucking call. I have 1,000 Taliban or Afghanistan NATO fighters ready to go, and be like, that's a normal position to have. You, my friend, have to go get mentally checked by a doctor. If you look at a guy who was just recently apprehended by the FBI, and you look at his fucking background, okay? If you look at his background and you're like, well, he's saying a lot of things that I agree with, you probably immediately need to talk to a doctor, like immediately, okay? Do not wait. He was a fan of Tulsi, and then he was no longer a fan of Tulsi, okay? So in 2020, he was a fan of Tulsi, and then he stopped being a fan of Tulsi because he's libbed up. He was a fan of Donald Trump, and then he became no longer a fan of Donald Trump. I think this guy is insanely fucking libbed up. Okay? I think that this guy is insanely libbed up and very, very unhealthily obsessed with NATO and like helping NATO, beefing up NATO. And he's the guy who is like mentally ill that literally just listens to whatever fucking the news is telling them about like the big bad, the big evil. And he just hyper focuses on that. It makes it his hyper fixation, and he loses his dang mind. Okay? And it's interesting because he dislikes Joe Biden, likes Bernie, likes Tulsi Gabbard, likes Taiwan and Ukraine, wants normalized relations with Iran and North Korea, wants to bomb Putin directly. This guy's fucking awesome. Yeah, he is like oddly very pro-Palestine. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. I'm telling you, it makes sense. Because like, what does television tell you? Television tells you this is objectively a good war. It's moral to continue prosecuting this war. It's moral to, like, television man can't tell you that, like, the fucking death and destruction in Gaza is like, even if the television man tells you death and destruction in Gaza is like actually totally valid, he very clearly does have in his mind like an anti-war principle. And I think that a lot of anti-war liberals went nutty mode with Ukraine because it was one of the first times that America was on the right side of history, even if their reasons for being on the right side of history were wrong. It was like, that is the reason why he became like insanely militant. Why was he pro North Korea then? He's not pro North Korea. I think he's just like, he's like an actual anti-war guy who is like also insane and thinks more war for Ukraine, but anti-war everywhere else. More war in Ukraine to defend Ukraine, which is an understandable position to have if you're like anti-war, but you're simultaneously looking at what's going on in Ukraine and you're like losing your mind over all these people dying for no reason. Why did he vote for Trump in 2016 and didn't get fooled by Russiagate? I think his perspective on Ukraine probably started after the invasion. I am beginning to think you are just crazy. Stop talking about shit about everyone else and get to work. Nobody wants a bunch of bullshit. I think you're a Republican and a Trump nut at this point. That gray streak in your hair is so stupid. Grow up or go away. Ryan in Hawaii. Why do you keep saying he's pro-Palestine? He has mentioned that he wants the murders in Gaza to stop. That's the only thing that that's the only reason why I thought he's like kind of pro-Palestine. He's not like, he's obviously nowhere near as invested in Palestine as he is in like the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, surprisingly enough. He mentions Gaza murders once, that's it. Some reporters are quoting his tweets, websites, interviews as to such as he's a partisan. As he voted in 2016 for Trump, it was heavily, no, he's super anti-Trump. I disagree. He's libbed up. He's being treated as a Bush Republican, never Trump Republican. Maybe they are libbed up now. Well, considering that the Democratic Party actively courts these voters, I would say that he is fucking libbed up. Okay? From his site, Israel must be divided equally between the Jews and the Palestinians, as no one should steal another's land, and democracy must be put in place and nurtured for long-term stability. No, I don't think he's pro-Israel, chat. I think he's like a two-stater. This is the State Department guy, okay? -1 Kamala voter. Yeah. Trump stan, probably because Donald Trump positioned himself as like anti-war and stuff, anti-establishment. He probably fucking hated Hillary Clinton because Hillary Clinton was like an establishment warmonger. Okay? This is a guy who was like trying to build housing for homeless people and shit. Doesn't this account kind of read like a Republican's caricature of a radical liberal? It does, which is why I think like this is the one guy. They found it. They found the one guy. Yeah, in 2020 he was pro Tulsi. He is the reason why I said like there's no way this man is a fucking Hasan Abi head is because he is vehemently anti-China. Like that is like if there were like remember what I told you about the median voter? There's like 5 priorities that you have to assign in order of like hierarchy. His number one hierarchical number one priority is fuck Putin and free Ukraine through whatever means necessary. His number 2 priority is Donald Trump is an asshole and he fucking sucks. And I would say number 3 is I mean, he's such a crank. It's awesome. Number 3 is no. NATO is like number 1. I already said it. Number 3 would probably be, what is this? Communist 2. I think splitting all the rail project into many small parts and hiring all local groups to control individual columns and small parts of the project as we go. Let's use this project to help our struggling workers in the economy. No, he's not a fucking communist. You're so stupid. This is just like that fucking Trump supporter girl that I was talking to that doesn't believe that like dinosaurs existed, but also is like pro Medicare for all. Okay, you will be led astray. You have to look at like what their top priorities are. Okay, he donated to Warren and Yang in 2020, and I think Tulsi Gabbard as well. Like in terms of his like political opinions, not employed. Act blue, act blue, act blue. Kasich for America. John McCain. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He is a never Trump Republican. Oh my God. Oh my God. He was a John Kasich head. What the fuck? He was also a registered independent, I believe. His bio is literally about taking less and giving more back to America. He's not a communist. Oh, this is his website on his opinions. Oh my God. He ran for Honolulu mayor to save the Haiku Stairs. The USA is the world leader and we must behave as the world leader. We are obligated to foster human rights and democracy around the world. Okay, dude. Yo! This is the AUKUS voter. This is the AUKUS voter. I was so wrong. This is the NATO voter. Oh my God. We found him. We found him. We found the AUKUS voter. The Five Eyes voter. Oh, when Brandon kept saying, dude, when Brandon kept saying, why did NATO? He was literally activated like a fucking Manchurian candidate. Okay?
Good morning. Most wonder what I'm doing in Ukraine. This is about a center to help people when they come from other countries around the world have a location, someone to talk to as a greeting committee to get them in the location that they need to be. So that's the whole focus of this project, is to help foreigners be as useful as possible. So that's our mission and job here, to get everybody where they need to be to maximize their potential. And everyone here is self-funded, so everyone's out of money and struggling to buy fuel and get everything they need just to survive. So any support would be tremendously appreciated.
Yeah, I'm actually, for the record, yeah, this is what's funny. What's funny is that like someone just said someone just said that based on this guy's like political framework, donations, and overall output, okay, he is the guy that is supposed to be on the CNN panel of undecided voters. Seems like the crank final boss. Yes. At Dave Matthews Band, we need an emotional tribute song for Ukraine as support stalls. I have lyrics and music to We Are One to rally global support. Please help me. I live near Jack Johnson and I'm sure he will help. Please. Adding Bruno Mars to make help. Yeah, Bruno Mars. I live in Hawaii and was in Ukraine for 8 months and I need help producing a tribute song for Ukraine. I have all lyrics and some music. Ukraine needs your support. This is literally, bro, this is kind of who Kamala was targeting to like vote for her. Dave Matthews, you have blood on your hands. He donated to Yang, Warren, Tulsi, Steyer, and Beto in 2020. I feel like you manifested this man by saying there are no people like this. Okay, sometimes I'm wrong, okay? Most times I'm right. I did not realize that there was a guy like this. Okay, I am going to now change my position from there is not a single voter like this to there actually is a single voter. His name is Ryan Routh, and he tried to assassinate the former president. Okay, I'm going from there is not one guy like this to there is at least one guy like this. Okay, this is a man that I have manifested in my this is a man that I manifested in my feverish imagination where I kept saying there's no fucking NATO AUKUS voter, you dumbasses. There is no NATO AUKUS voter that was like formerly a Tulsi Gabbard fan and now he won't be able to vote.